Howdy everyone, I'm Corey, and today is the 17th video of Painting's Really Cool. Alright, so today is not a person inspiration, because I don't know that many people, guys. I don't have that many people to make paintings for. But what this one is about is kind of a bigger picture about my life. So, as some of you may know, if you're new, welcome. I am originally from Montana, known as the Big Sky State. It is the 4th largest state in the US. Not a lot of people. I think it just broke 1 million, maybe the population of the whole state, like 10 years ago or something. I liked growing up there. I love being from there because it makes me feel kind of special and unique because, you know, if the population is 1 million, not a lot of people are from there. They can't say they're from there. Even less can say they're born and raised there. But it's got really horrible, hateful winters. It's at least 6+ months of winter. And I don't like winter. I don't like it for so many reasons. Winter comes with everything looking dead. Bleh. It comes with cold temperatures. Bleh. And then in Montana, it comes with snow. Lots of snow. Bleh. You know, when you're a kid, snow's fun, right? Like, because you get to play in it, you build forts, snowball fights, all the fun, right? And then as soon as you're strong enough to hold a shovel and push it, it now becomes work. So when it snows, all you think about is, oh my God, I'm going to have to shovel the driveway. I hated it so much. But I just didn't want to be there anymore. And there's not a lot to do. The closest city, big city to where I was actually Denver. So you didn't get a lot of big concerts or anything like that. I think Christina Aguilera came once and called us honkies or something like she got, everybody was very mad at her. Allegedly, don't come for me. Because I hate winter so much, and my friend that I've made a couple paintings related to going back to the camping painting and then the Mexico trip, she'd moved to Arizona, and there used to be really cheap flights on the super safe and reliable airline Allegiant that I could go for like under $50 round trip. Like, I was going a lot and I liked it. It was cool. It didn't have the gross weather, didn't have a lot of liveliness in terms of like nature, but there was no snow. And so I moved there. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move down there. I'm going to get my first house. I was like, okay, cool. Like, I've got this. I've got my own life. I'm far away. I loved it. 1,200 miles away. I like family, but I also like family at a distance. And so I just started living my life there. I moved with the company I was working for. And so I lived there from 2009 until the end of 2015. I left there because I wanted, actually I'll tell you more about why I left there as I'm painting, but I ended up moving to North Carolina. He's brainwashed. He's got Stockholm syndrome. I have moved to those 3 states. So what I am going to do is make a painting. I could have done a triptych, but I'm just going to do 12 by 24 canvas, and I'm going to do 3 separate blowout sections, one for each of the states I've lived in. So I am aligning each state with colors. So Montana being the Big Sky State, I will do a variety of blues. North Carolina is very green and lush, so greens. And then Arizona is very brown, like just a lot of it's brown. So I'm doing versions of brown colors with some gold, with gold, bronze, and copper, and then raw sienna and burnt umber, I think. But yeah, so I plan to have the Montana one in the center, since that's the core of my life. And then Arizona and North Carolina on either side, maybe flipped, I don't know yet. I'll find out when I start to do it. And then make these blowouts where they'll intermingle a little bit, but they'll be hopefully really pretty. I may do a few puddles, so it'll be different. I don't know yet. It's really a struggle. I forget I have to make a video a lot. Like, I don't have a script, so I don't even know what I'm going to say most of the time. I just say things, and Adrian makes it look good. Thanks, Adrian. Shout out to Adrian. But all right, so with the magic of editing, I'm going to be standing. I'm going to do a metallic black. As you know, I love me some metallic colors as the base. The metallic black is the base. And then in the center, I will do the Montana-esque ones, which will be a mix of metallic blue, Amsterdam Manganese blue. I'm going to use metallic cobalt blue. I believe this is a Amsterdam blue-green or green-blue, bluish-green or something. And then this is Artist Loft light blue. And then for North Carolina, I'm going to do metal green, metallic green. I wrote metal, but it's metallic. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have an Amsterdam permanent green light and Amsterdam permanent green dark. And then I've got Pearlized golden leaf, and I don't know what this color is, but I'm just gonna call it light metallic-y green something. And then for Arizona, I am gonna use DecoArt 24 karat gold. So far it's the best gold I've ever seen. Lots of golds are good, but that one has like extra shine. I'm gonna use a bronze, a copper, both Artist Loft, and then Amsterdam raw sienna and burnt umber, and then this is just more extra of the gold. All right, so there'll be little pour outs, and then I'll use a blow dryer to expand. So let's get started. So let's start with the blue. Don't know if I want to do a big puddle and blow it out so there's one, or if I want to do like a couple little ones. I feel like I don't have a big enough canvas to do multiple little ones. So let's do a big one. Gorgeous. And I do want there to be some negative space. Not necessarily like tons, but some. So I'm gonna make the puddles a little smaller. And then my favorite, metallic blue. All right, now, see, if I was doing chronological, you would do like Montana, Arizona, North Carolina, but I just have to have blue in the middle because, you know, blue. So I just feel like Arizona goes on this side. So let's start with the North Carolina greens. So the reason why I chose the browns for Arizona is because while I was there, I noticed that pretty much everything was a variation of a tan color. So all of the landscape, almost all of the landscape is tannish. The people, because they're outside in the super sunny, hot sun of Arizona, they're all tan. The houses, the house I have down there is tan, or a version of it. And I just was like, oh, I miss green so much. Like, I love green. That's why I don't like winter in Montana, because all the green's gone. I was embodying the tan aspect, if you will, or brownish aspect of Arizona when I picked my colors. But because I had come out to North Carolina in 2005 to visit a friend who was going to UNCC. I fell in love right away. Like, it was so green and so beautiful. And I just was like, I could see myself living here. And that was 2005. I moved in 2009 to Arizona, and I had never stopped thinking about North Carolina. And so I decided, I was like, I've been in Arizona for long enough, right? Like, I was there for 6 years, I think. Yeah, 6 years. And I was like, it's time to look at what else is out there. And of course, my mind went straight to North Carolina. to Charlotte to be specific, because I want to live I always want to live near a big city, because growing up again in Montana, there's nothing to do. So I want the amenities of a big city, but I want to live in a small town that's near it, so you get the small town vibe. I started looking at houses, and I came across this house that I really liked. It had a beautiful backyard, and I was like, maybe I could move to that one. I could buy that house and go there. And so I was going back to Montana to work there in the summer, because Arizona's super hot in the summer, and my job allowed me to work in both states. So I went up there and saw the house on Zillow, I think. And I told myself, if it's still available, when I head back to Arizona, or I think it was like a week, actually, that was really far. If it was still available in like a week or two, I'd put an offer. I would go for it. I would make the leap, and it wasn't available. And I was like, well, I still want to move. So I was like, that was just an excuse to make the move. But give me just a second to torch this. But that was just an excuse, right? So I still wanted to go. And so I started looking at other properties, and I just wasn't finding anything really exciting. I was working with a realtor who just wasn't like putting in any effort, and I was 2,000 miles away. So I needed somebody to work, and I wasn't getting that. And so I ended up stumbling upon an empty lot, and I was like, wait, I could maybe build again. So finish that story in just a second. I'm going to start the blowout part. All right. I don't know what I was talking about, guys. Sorry. Oh, I remember. Just a sec. I'm going to do a little finessing. Like, I want some stuff going on here, and blow dryer is too strong to make it quite as nice. So give me another second. What I was saying is, I realized I could potentially build my own home. And when I built the house in Arizona, it was part of a planned community, so you really didn't get to pick a lot of stuff, and my budget was super tight, so I kind of had to go with all the basic stuff for the most part. When I realized I could maybe start building a home here, I started looking for other lots, other empty lots. So I came to North Carolina, and so I flew out here, and when you drive down the street, you come around a little corner, and it's like magical. Like the streets are lined with trees that are 50 feet tall, that it was like fall, so it was still green and stuff, and it was just like, it's just amazing. And the lot is in a cul-de-sac, and it was just woods basically, and I was able to get it and build this house. I like designed it a little bit. I'm happy with what I got now. All right, so let's talk about the painting. So I really like the colors I chose. You can't really see the burnt umber very well, I don't think, But the gold is like perfect, and I love all the cell action you got out on the edges, the wispiness. And then I really like the copper. You can see the bronze. If you look, like if you just glance, you wouldn't quite capture it. But what I'm really looking forward to is when this dries to see how glistening and shimmery and nice it is. And then when we move over to Montana, the blue, it of course is blue and beautiful and the best. But I love it, and you can see almost all the colors, like the sky blue, the cobalt, metallic blue, like it's all there. And then the manganese you can see a little bit. But then we got the green side, and it kind of like, there's almost like a little like creature built in here. I like that it's got the gradient, like, which is a thing that I do that Adrian pointed out, and I don't notice I did it normally, but it's got the nice little gradient, and it also got the cell action. And I didn't use anything special besides Floetrol, gloss pouring medium, and then a little bit of water to thin out the paint a little bit. But there's no cell activator or anything special like that. The reason I believe the reason I'm getting all of this action is because I used several different brands, and I used metallics, and they tend to have fun reactions. In a moment, you're gonna get to see it dry. We have to wait. So just hold on, and we'll show you it dried. All right, so did you guys take a break before, so it's not instant gratification, a little delay? If I find out you didn't, I'm gonna have Adrian start adding a 30-second dance break in between the wet and the dry version. But let's get to it. Here it is. So this is my interpretation of the states I've lived in. We've got Arizona, Montana, and North Carolina. I think it's okay. It's an acceptable painting, if you will. I'm not overwhelmed by it. It shines a little bit. The metallic gold in there does. It's just really hard to get it on camera. Then I love the webbing that I got from the blue, and I just love blue. So, and then the green, I love the shimmer right here of the pearlized golden leaf, I think, or golden green. Overall, it's a nice, clean, simple painting, and it kind of relays what I was going for. Bye. Adrian, guess what?
Chicken butt. No, seriously. What?
Our website's live. Go to artreallycool.com.
Yeah, you're lying. Let me check.
Oh, you weren't lying.